Can I just?
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Nice to see you all.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
hi. Good evening, Colin.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Nilesh, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Alex.
So we are the famous five.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay, okay.
Good evening, Colin sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening. How are you, Mr. Dimonti?
Yeah, I'm top of the world.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
How are you, sir?
But we want you now for the meeting, so please do come down.
Yes. we all are on top of the world only.
Yeah, we have our speaker here. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay,
No.
okay,
Hi,
yeah.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
No, because my speaker from my laptop collapsed today,
Oh, all right.
and I just borrowed my son's
Headphone. Yeah.
headphones. So I'm sure the headphones are working, but I wasn't sure about the speaker.
Okay. All right.
When you keep it closer to your mouth, we can hear you very well. But whenever you take it like that,
Okay, great. I've got to get used to that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's okay now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds great.
Oh, great. That's good. That's good. Okay, I'll just get the PowerPoint ready and.
Yeah. No problem. Take your time.
Hello, hi Margaret.
Hi.
I am Samson Gomes. If you can recognize
Of course,
me.
I remember
Yes,
you, Samson.
Hi, how are
Yes,
you?
hair though.
Good to see you.
Sorry?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to be here. Just a minute, huh?
Hmm?
I said, just a minute. I'm trying to.
Can't hear sometimes.
Oh, okay. I'm just getting used to this headphone.
Yeah, no problem. You go ahead. You go ahead and test whatever you want to do, ma'am.
Can you leave the headphones down? Then also you can speak now. I am without the headphones now.
Samson, let her.
Yeah,
She's doing some corrections in PPT, and let her concentrate.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, Nina. Nina DeCosta. Hi. So thanks for your emails, and hope you got complete details of what BCBA is.
Yes, I did. Thank you for the emails.
Hi, Nina. Welcome.
Hi, Betsy. Thank you. So I'm just joining as a guest. I don't know anything about VCB. I got to know about it only through my parish group. We have this WhatsApp group on the parish. So
Good.
that's how I just came to know there's a thing called BCBA. So I just thought, let me just Google it, and that's when I came to know, okay, this is a big thing. So yeah.
So what do you do, Nina?
I'm a home baker. I bake healthy cookies, cakes, breads, all of that. So.
Have you joined BCBA then?
No, I haven't. I've just come in as a guest today.
Okay.
So let's see how it goes, and hopefully I will join then.
Yes, we have registrations online. So
yeah, I actually to be honest, I didn't know how it goes. So before I could actually contact you all, I tried to fill the registration form, and it gave me an error saying cannot.
That has been corrected. Yes, that has been corrected now. Yeah.
Okay, great. Alrighty. So probably after this meeting, if everything goes well, I'll register.
Yes.
Also put maximum details in the form, so we'll understand what you do. So we'll put the same on the website also.
Okay, great. I will do that. Thank you.
Where are you based, Nina?
Sorry,
Samson, how's business?
Huh?
How's business?
Good. I am doing in Vasai-Virar, bungalows, interior, same line of action. I had done, in fact, Margaret ka kitchen interiors. Long time back.
The first kitchen
interiors that time, long time, 2008, 9 somewhere.
Good. You're welcome, Sean. Yeah, you're on mute. Sean, you're on mute.
It's seen, na? Seen or Sean?
Sean, I think you'll have to change the settings. Not it. On the left bottom. Yeah, yes.
I did not know I was muted.
Yeah.
Just trying to connect my audio 1 second.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yes, can you hear me?
Hi, can you hear me? I've got the headphones.
Oh, perfect. Oh, looking quite nice also, I should say.
Okay. I got the thing, yeah?
Superb.
We'll wait for a few minutes.
No problem.
We had about 33 registrations.
That's nice.
Before we start, I'll just present the overall background of the participants in terms of professionals or business or professors or employed.
Not used to this.
Yeah. No problem. But I think you're doing great at the moment.
No, we were doing a test run and they couldn't hear me. So I said, I better get something done.
Okay. So we have Professor Veena Siana who has joined us. She's a professor in Vasai-Virar. Welcome.
I can't hear you, Nilesh. 1 sec.
Can you hear now?
Hello?
Can you hear now?
Ma'am, please can you see if there is some... Can you hear me, ma'am?
No, I think... Bestie, this Galaxy J Prime is our Gregory Moniz, so you can rename him.
Yeah, yes, I will do it.
Sean, you want to check with ma'am?
Yes, I'll be checking.
Yeah, okay.
Just give me a second.
Nilesh, I've made you the co-host.
All right, great. Welcome, Noel. Welcome, Noel.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Good evening.
Good evening. And good afternoon, Sia.
Good afternoon.
Sia joined from UK.
Welcome, Sia.
I think.
Hello, Noel.
I think audio. Hi. How are you, Bestie?
Fine. Nice to see you today.
Thank you. Same here.
Gregory, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Bestie. How are you?
I'm fine.
Welcome, Gregory. Welcome, Emerald.
Thank you. Good evening. Hi, Nilesh.
Okay, just tell me if you can hear me now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, Gregory. Hi, how are you?
Hi, who's that? Gregory. Hi.
Fine, Samson. Malcolm.
I received.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I told you. Will you be busy?
Okay.
Tomorrow
Fine. Okay. Bye. Thanks.
Sean, would you like to test your audio from your side? And maybe we can check both of you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think you are
so
clear.
How do I sound right now?
Yeah, that's pretty much clear. We'll start in 2 minutes. It is 5:03 now. So we'll start in exactly at 5:05. So we have now Sandra Almeida. She is also a professor in Vasai-Virar. Welcome, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra. I can't see the photograph.
I think she's joining the audio and connecting to audio. Sandra, can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, welcome. I said welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I missed one webinar last week. Hi, bestie. Good evening.
Hi, Sandra.
Nice to see you.
Our speaker, Margaret Madam, wanted to see you.
Sandra, please, can you start your video? I have sent you the request. You can just
You can start whenever convenient to you. Otherwise, no problem.
Is it Bestie or Bestie? Your name is
Besty. B-E-S-T-Y. Bestie.
that's unusual.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm
It
used
is
to people
best.
calling me
It is best. It is best you.
supposed to be, sir, striving to be.
Yola, Yola. And Nina, will you stay?
I stay at Lagashi.
Okay, Vasai.
Vasai, right.
No, Virar Lagashi. Saint.
Okay.
बंद करना माझं पाठ आहे.
There's no choice. It's possible for me.
Bestie, you can start the screen, I think, and we'll start.
How does one do this waiting room and then the other thing? How does that happen?
Yeah, that can happen. I mean, there's a setting. Groups in separate rooms, so they can discuss, and then again we can come back in few minutes.
Okay, okay. I was fascinated at the last meeting I attended because I don't know there was a feature like that.
Okay. All right, so good evening everyone and warm welcome for the 9th online knowledge sharing session of BCBA through Zoom application.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Before we commence the proceedings, a gentle request to all of you to keep your surroundings on silent mode and then move to a better internet zone. BCBA म्हणजे एका चळवळीचा प्रवास, ख्रिश्चन उद्योजक आणि व्यावसायिकांचा, एका स्वप्नाचा, उपलब्ध संसाधनांचा वापर करून आपल्या समुदायासाठी उद्योजकता कौशल्य तयार करणे आणि एकमेकांची वाढ करणे, पारदर्शकता, वचनबद्धता, उत्कृष्टता आणि विश्वास या तत्वांवर. So let us begin this webinar with prayer. I request our committee member David DeMonte to lead us in prayer. David, are you here?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
हे प्रेमळ पित्या, आम्हा वसईतील सर्व ख्रिश्चन व्यावसायिकांना बसिंग ख्रिश्चन बिझनेस असोसिएशनच्या नावाने एकत्रित केल्याबद्दल आम्ही तुझे आभार मानतो. आमच्या असोसिएशनच्या पदाधिकाऱ्यांना तू दूरदृष्टी आणि कृपा दे. संकटावर मात करून सभासदांना चांगल्या तऱ्हेने मार्गदर्शन व प्रेरणा द्यावी म्हणून तुझी विशेष कृपा दे. हे प्रभू येशू, तुझ्या नावाने सभासदांनी ख्रिस्ती मूल्यानुसार एकजुटीने एकमेकांसाठी व्यवसाय संधी निर्माण, समृद्धी बरोबरच आमची आध्यात्मिक प्रगती व्हावी म्हणून तुझी विशेष कृपा आम्हास दे. हे पवित्र आत्म्या, आमच्या भावी पिढीतील मुलांना आम्ही आदर्श बनावे. आमच्या व्यावसायिक कार्याद्वारे वसईची व सर्व सभासदांची उत्तरोत्तर प्रगती व्हावी अशी प्रार्थना आम्ही तुझकडे करतो. हे आमच्या स्वर्गीय बापा, तुझे नाव पवित्र मानले जाओ, तुझे राज्य येवो, जसे स्वर्गात तसे पृथ्वीवरही तुझ्या इच्छेप्रमाणे होवो. आमची दररोजची भाकर तू आज आम्हाला दे. जसे आम्ही आमच्या अपराध करणाऱ्यांना क्षमा करतो, तसेच तूही आमच्या अपराधांची क्षमा कर. आम्हाला महत पडू देऊ नकोस, पण वाईटापासून आम्हाला सोडव. आमेन. थँक्यू.
Thank you, David. We are delighted to inform you that BCBA, an initiative of Bassein Christian Foundation, is the largest association of Christian business fraternity in Vasai. working for creating self-employment opportunities within Vasai-Virar region. Though the membership is restricted to Christian business persons, the benefit is open to the society as a whole in form of education, self-employment opportunities, etc. Just a background of BCBA, we formed and commenced our working in September 2016. Registered for charitable purpose under Societies Registration Act. Objective is to unite Christian business persons and to create possibilities of self-employment for the society as a whole. We meet monthly networking meeting for members. So far, we have completed 45 such meetings. Currently, we have 250 plus registered members with us, and registration is possible online at this particular website. In this lockdown period, Bestie, just go back. Bestie, just go back. In this lockdown period, so far we already conducted 8 webinars, and today is the 9th webinar. And we already had 3 monthly meetings online during this lockdown period for the month of April, May, and June. Now, just to give you background of today's participants who have registered through the form. Bestie, next slide. We have about 21, total registration is 33, but we have included only 31 because 2 registered after cutoff time. We have 21 who have been registered as business persons. We have 7 professionals who work independently as architects or consultants. We have 2 professors, teachers, and 1 in employed category. Now I request Bestie to go ahead with introduction of the speakers, please.
Thank you very much, Nilesh. Today we have 2 main speakers. Our main speaker for today would be Margaret DeCosta, an English literature graduate with a master's in human resources. Margaret spent her early years in the hospitality industry, holding the reins of the family-owned restaurant and permit home on the demise of her father. She has worked in the field of human resources, and from 1997 until 2015 was the founder director of Avenues Incorporation, a firm that deals with recruitment and headhunting. From January 2015, Margaret has been with St. Paul's Institute of Communication Education and is currently program director in charge of the PG certificate courses in advertising as well as public relations. Earlier, she spent 6 years with XIC, heading their advertising course, and has conducted management development programs in areas of personal effectiveness, communicating effectively, team building, etc. for many corporate clients. She is deeply committed to the church and has been the small community church parish coordinator for many years and is currently the vice president for the parish community at Holy Name Cathedral. She has conducted training modules at St. Pius Seminary as well as colleges in Pune that cater to the training needs of priests and religious heads. She also edits her parish magazine and prides herself in not using any published or internet swiped articles, preferring to create a platform for the talent that is existent among the parishioners. And along with that, she holds a diploma in hotel and catering management, a certificate in personal counseling, and 1-year diplomas in Power to Lead, training for animators, training for family enrichment, interministry faith enrichment, etc. Ma'am, we are very happy to have such an eminent personality to take ahead the session with us. And we are very glad to have you with us. We welcome you. Along with Margaret, ma'am, we also have the co-speaker, Sean Andrade. Sean is a BMM graduate and professor for content production. Early on, he began his journey in the education sector with a focus on technology. His flair for creativity has had him explore projects in content development and production for videography, product and graphic design, and speech development for children in schools and colleges. Sean co-founded Acadevo Education in 2018 to help students implement life skills, IT education, and communication studies to better develop children discover themselves. And as he points out in his own words, his ultimate goal is to stand among the better educators of this generation and bring a little more empathy into education today. Thank you, Sean. This is just what we need today. It's a need of the hour. And we welcome you once again, both Professor Margaret DeCosta and Professor Sean Andrade, to this knowledge initiative by BCBA. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bestie to one.
Yes, ma'am.
Except that when you read my qualifications and stuff like that, I suddenly realized how old I am. Thank you. I'm trying to go all the way. Okay. Yes, Sean and I are very pleased to be here.
Yes, ma'am. Now, over to you, ma'am, and you can share your screen.
Okay. Yeah. Sean?
Sharing the screen right now.
Okay. Don't do it just now. One sec. Let's do a little introduction.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah. So when Nilesh contacted me and said that, by the way, Nilesh, I'm very impressed with what you're doing and what your group has been doing all along. It's really, really, very, it's good. I'm just so happy because I used to be a part of Dimensions many years ago until I moved into the education sector where I really feel odd promoting the college as such. But my business I did promote and I did get a good response. But I'm very happy to see the younger, the faces also all mostly, I think in their 30s or early 40s. Not really any ancient people like me. It's great. I feel very happy. I love being a Catholic. So yeah, that's one thing. So when Nilesh contacted me and said that he's been doing a series of talks, and I was very glad to do it. But I made a mistake. I focused more on what social media is all about. And then this morning, I think Nilesh sent me a thing and said, opportunities, the focus should be more on opportunities. And I realized, oh my God, so let's go for it. So anyway, we want to start, Sean and I want to start with what is social media. Because a lot of people, when I say we're going to talk about social media, a lot of you probably say that, oh my God, what is there to learn about? We know all about it. But we thought we'd just give you a little tutorial. And that's why Sean is going to be putting this. So it impacts the social media on our lives and opportunities thereof. Okay? So we go to this. This is just the title. And I am promoting.
Can I just interrupt? Ma'am, I think if you can just come closer, we can have more clarity what you're saying.
Okay, I think back to the mic. Your phone.
Yes, ma'am, I think that will be better.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We can hear you. Is your headset connected to the device?
I can hear you. Yeah, 1 minute.
And can you bring the...
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Can you bring the mic a little closer to your mouth?
1 minute. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think that's better now.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sounding on you. Am I sounding better?
Yeah, sounding a little better.
No. I think, I'll just come close. Is this better? Hold on. Is this better?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think that is better.
Yeah, I'll just lean towards the laptop. Okay. Yeah. So we start with, could we go back? Sean, back.
Yes, ma'am. 1 second. Hello?
So I'm plugging St. Paul's, which is right at the counter, because both I work full time and Sean is a visiting faculty. So just for the record, we are from St. Paul's. Okay, next. Sean, take over. I brought Sean with me especially because he's of the other generation. And I thought it would relate better to you guys. Okay, what is social media?
Sean, you're on mute. Sean, you're on mute at the moment. Just unmute.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. So sorry. So we're talking about social media. So social media is defined as any platform that can communicate with its target audience. It is a very important thing that we, as people, should be able to listen and should be able to know the opinion of what is happening around in the world in social media. It should be a platform that has participants that can communicate among themselves as well. So when I'm on a social media platform, I want to be able to communicate with my neighbor. I want to be able to communicate with my friends. I want to be able to share my messages, share my ideas, and go out there and generally talk and gauge the world around us. And finally, I can reach out to an audience and convey a message. Margaret ma'am, would you like to explain the third point?
I was just waiting for that. Okay, if you notice, there's a lot of target audience. Okay, that comes from my, 14 years of teaching advertising and public relations. All we talk about is target audience. And now that everything has gone digital, it has become even more important to really identify your target audience, whichever platform you use. There are lots of little logos floating around, if you can see in the thing. And we're going to talk about each of these logos, not in detail because we don't really have the time for it, but at least explain to somebody who's not aware of them. I wouldn't say to you, that seems a little bad. Yeah, so we go to the next slide. Sure, next slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what it should be, what using these little logos that you saw, Instagram and PowerPoint and everything. Okay, what is it? What it should be is a place to stay connected. So I'd like to tell you a story. So again, coming to my Catholic background, I love to say that I'm Catholic. Okay, so I also work very, very closely with the small Christian community. I've been doing sessions and training for the community all over. In fact, it's a joke in my house that don't tell her where you stay, just tell her which parish you belong to. She'll be able to identify where you're from. So stay connected. I love it, the fact that thanks to social media, there's a little less loneliness among people, among especially the older folks whose children and have gone abroad and they don't want to come back. I mean, who would? Now especially, I don't want to name names, but yeah. So now they stay connected. In fact, some of them surprise me by the amount of things they know about WhatsApp and Instagram and stuff like that. But WhatsApp has been a great equalizer. They feel as if their family is in their room. So, and stay relevant. So that's the personal part of it. Stay relevant is what is happening in the marketplace. Thanks to social media and all the apps, we know what's going on. We talk about, Sean, you want to talk about latest what's happening? Carol and I were discussing this afternoon.
To give you this is what's happening in social media today, you can look at how in the US, Donald Trump recently had a rally. And if you know, it's a fact that a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people on TikTok actually went ahead and registered for it. But you may be wondering, who are these people? These people were not Donald Trump's followers. These people were not people who are enamored by Donald Trump. They wanted to have a little fun, let's say. They were against the policies that he was having, and they went and they registered just for the sake of it. The poll numbers were in the millions, and millions of people would be coming out in such a crucial time to support Donald Trump. But at the end of the day, the seminar that was supposed to be hosting about 17,000 people in an open venue, eventually had close to 6,000 people come for the session, which is absolutely devastating for the Trump campaign, because if you know, he actually expected there to be thousands and hundreds of thousands of people there. It's all because of social media. It's all because of TikTok. It's all because of a small niche crowds that actually made the difference, that actually went out and caused this disruption.
Actually, you can't blame Trump, because when he came to Ahmedabad, he got millions of people who attended the rally. He thought the same formula would work over there. Okay, so you have got to stay relevant. Pursue career options. I mean, social media is a great place to pursue social career options. Okay, so we've got this young lady. What's her name? The cake lady. I'm going to look.
Nina DeCosta.
You have a surname in common. Nina. So, Nina, like, I mean, making cake, amazing career option which you can use social media to your advantage. The fact that you've taken the first step by coming here, absolutely great. So join them because that's where you're going to be networking. I saw on the program also that you have a networking session with the Sampath. Sampath is the king of networking, so you have to attend that too. Learning new skills. Like, I mean, tomorrow, if Nina tells me, hey, I'm going to have a session on cake making, I'm going to register. Definitely. Maybe not basic cake making because I think the Catholics, again, back to Catholics, are born with making cakes. I mean, we start with our Christmas cake and sponge cake and everything. But what I'm talking about is learning new skills. So many. I know I'm focused on cooking. Thank you, lockdown. All of us are focused on cooking. Actually, make bread. Okay? Bring about change. It's a place to bring about change. Like the term thing and what's happening now. The other day I put a post about past, present, future, and putting a dig at Prime Minister Modi, and there were lots of people who commented and laughed and everything. But Facebook, for some strange reason, took it off. But the message has gone through. So you can think about change. You can create awareness about what's happening in the marketplace. Over to you, Sean. What we should not do. So this is what we should do. What it should not do.
So while we all really understand right now, thanks to Professor, what we should be doing on social media, we should also understand what we should not do. Because social media is such a free platform out there for every single one of us. There are also chances where we can take advantage of that. So we have to learn to take the right steps. The first one is that we need to learn not to display misinformation. How many times have we had an opportunity to forward a message on WhatsApp? Now, WhatsApp itself is a very strong platform. It's a brilliant platform. But when you look at the entire picture and you see people sharing a little scare with, hey, did you know that this person in this building has COVID? Did you know that this entire colony is locked? So in situations like that, misinformation can be dangerous. Okay, it should also be a place where you do not air your dirty laundry. Remember, because social media is a place that has a lot of positivity, that has a lot of sharing of of what we are doing on a daily basis, of what we do generally, of how life is going for me, for you, for everyone. So there are times when we feel like, okay, this person has hurt me, and I'm gonna air all the dirty laundry in the world. Why? Because I am in a bad situation, and I want that other person to feel the same. But that should not be the way. That should not be something we do on social media. The next thing is something I have seen a lot, being a professor myself, is the get-rich schemes. Do you want to earn a living in a day? Do you want to earn $1 million? Do you want to go out there and be the richest man in IC Colony? Do you want to be the richest man in Virar? And we have seen several times options that come up. We have seen several articles that come online of these get-rich schemes. And sometimes we take part in it. Sometimes we are part of it. We may want to go out and say, "Hey, my course can do so and so thing. My class can do so and so thing. I can make the best cakes in the world. I can make the best this in the world. I can make the best bow ties in the world." But often we do not always take that step with absolute truth. We have to learn to be truthful on the platform and also avoid the get-rich schemes. There's two sides of the coin. Always remember. The next thing is we need to get informed about the world issues. We need to not get informed about world issues without fact checking. Now, like I said about the COVID scare, everybody has to take a good amount of effort in realizing that this is a very difficult time for every single one of us. But we also have to take the effort in sharing the good news, sharing any kind of positivity, sharing any kind of news, but not without fact checking it at least once. I have noticed on several occasions students sharing information that was not generally real about an assignment just because they wanted another student to not really perform as well in school where I teach. And this is something we need to avoid. We need to learn to fact check. We need to learn to not be the person who just shares information indiscriminately. And that leads me to the next side of the presentation for today, the new media. Ma'am, would you like to introduce everybody to the new media? What is the new media?
You know, both in journalism and advertising, can you hear me? Because my internet connection is a little unstable. Now there are careers, we look for fact checkers. So it's become, yeah. So we should move on to the next slide, Sean.
Ma'am, are we talking the next slide as in, 1 second.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
This one?
No, go back. Yeah.
This one, right, ma'am? Okay, so I'll continue. So we'll talk about a phone in every pocket. The new media is something that is prevalent in society today. When I say new media, I want to talk about social media as a whole. I want to talk about how we are interacting with everything around us. It could be Quora, it could be WhatsApp, it could be several things that we have at our disposal. It is not the newspaper, which is traditional media. It is not advertising on television or radio, which is traditional. But we have everything, all these apps at our disposal on this tiny little black device, our phones. And a phone is in everybody's pocket. A phone is with everybody. And everybody has an opportunity to make your presentations on this, to take the next step and go and click beautiful photographs on this, to go outside and to write articles, to write novels entirely on this small little device that can transcend. This little device is 64 times, if I'm not wrong, 64 times more powerful than the technology that put the man on the moon. So what does that say about this little device? A lot. Then comes the geo revolution. The geo revolution is all about how we democratized the internet. The internet is with everybody today, and the internet is such a powerful tool that everybody has an opportunity to go out there, educate themselves, and connect, especially in a time like today. Today, a crucial time is a time we all get a chance to connect of the falling prices of the internet. I call it the geo revolution. Next, we can talk about the death of traditional journalism. So I would like to pass on this topic to Margaret, ma'am.
So for this phone in every pocket, I also like to say, I remember when my children were young, okay, not my time, there was no mobile phone. In fact, I remember as a child, we were going to a neighbor's house to make a phone in the traditional phone. We didn't even have that. But the mobile phone, I remember we did not want my children to have them because we said it's irresponsible, etc. But you know what? We realize now in college, especially, the younger ones are the ones who are making amazing videos, etc. Because they do not think that this is not done or that is not done. So there's pure creativity coming in. They're clicking photographs, they're shooting stuff and coming out with amazing stuff. And they are your audience of the future. So yeah. And I was talking about time saving with this geo thing. Gosh, that's really a revolution because besides the sabzi wala and the fruit wala and all, who have all got their mobile phones now, such a pleasure, isn't it? All the working mothers out here, imagine on your way home, you order, so when you reach home, everything is there. You just have to start cooking, going to bazaar. Khalas. Similarly, when working people, imagine you are late and somebody's coming to meet you. You have to tell the receptionist to go down and tell the security to open the gate, and that does not happen. Now you can just call the security, say, "Koi aa raha hai." "Theek hai, aa gaya. Chalo." Done. So safe. When you go to bed, it's not really
Sean, I think we have lost ma'am, maybe because of internet connection. So you can take over.
Okay, all right, ma'am. I don't know if you can
Okay,
hear.
I'm not going to use the word anymore. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We
Yeah,
can hear
yeah,
you
ma'am.
now.
I think we lost you in between. So I suggest maybe you can put off your video so that your internet gets more strength.
Great, great. Okay, hang on. Where it's gone? Stop video. Okay. But you can hear me, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Now clearly?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we're talking about conventional newspapers dying all over the world except in India. You know, the print media is live and kicking in India, but it's dying all over the world because everything has shifted to digital. But what is happening is the surprising part, and we've realized that even in our institute, there is more of a demand for other language journalists. You know, journalists who can write in Hindi, who can write in Marathi, who can write in Gujarati, whatever. There's a huge demand for that, and those regional newspapers are increasing. So if any of you out there is trying to start a newspaper, do it now. Marathi Zindabad. By the way, I did 2 years of my education in Vasai. I was in Carmelite Convent. That time it was called St. Thomas School, and it was a boarding school. So yeah, so when I came back to Bombay, I was speaking fluent Vasai Marathi, which nobody could understand. Okay, so that goes. Similarly, advertising. People say media is dying, there are no jobs, but that's not true. Because advertising, whether it's your screen, movie, you know, all of us have become such experts on Netflix and Hotstar. I didn't even know something like Hotstar existed. Okay, now I do. So all these channels, what gets them to survive? Ads, digital ads. So advertising is there, but it's all changed. It's all gone digital. Yes? Okay, so that's not get. That's why we put it in inverted code. Okay, so we go to the next slide, Sean. I don't want to focus on this because you want to focus on your business aspect. Okay, the rise of new opportunities, and we are going to, anything to do with advanced technology, Sean is going to take over. Yeah, Sean, go ahead.
Perfect. So now everybody has advanced technologies in our pocket, just like I said. We are all communicating across technologies that were not really there a decade ago. Not at least in this fashion, and not for this clarity at least. Now I can see everybody so clearly, and I can see myself quite crisply, and I'm looking pretty good, if I should say so myself. And this is the advanced technology I talk about. The advanced technology that can actually help us reach our goals. Advanced technology is not just what's in our phone, but also the technology that helps us communicate to the world. Advanced technologies like Facebook, advanced technologies like Instagram, advanced technologies with algorithms, with data centers, with so much information at its back that it can help us not just reach the moon, but go beyond. When I say that, I, as an advertiser, I can take that first few steps and go and get 1 million people to follow me. Not just follow me, but also know my name, know the things that I do, know the things that I teach, know everything that I like and I dislike. Now, today we all know a lot about our favorite actors. We all know a lot about our favorite filmmakers. We all know a lot about our favorite YouTubers. And in that same respect, we know this much because we are all connected across this platform. They have got our attention by taking advantage of advertising. They have taken by taking advantage of online platforms that can get you and me to the entire world. I can advertise in a small area like IC Colony, where I'm from, or I can advertise the entire of Bombay, down to the radius. I know exactly how I'm going to target people. I know exactly who is going to see it. If I want only mothers to see it, I can get only mothers to see it. If I want only children to see a certain ad, I can get it to only the children. If I want to pass on a message to the world, as long as I have enough money in my pocket, I can. And that is the power of this advanced technology. And when you combine that with the ability to make anything on the go through this little device I keep talking about. It is absolutely incredible how this can make a major difference. I can make movies with this device, with an iPhone, with a simple iPhone, maybe a little expensive, but absolutely worth it. And it's so worth that that people have spent lakhs in keeping themselves updated just so that they can have the latest technology and be accustomed to what is the fad, what is the trend, what is the best thing, the latest software in technology to keep me updated, to keep me going. The next thing is we need to understand that there are virtually no barriers to entry. I have learned advertising in a different time. About a decade ago, when you had to pass on information to a media buyer to acquire an ad, to put an ad on a billboard, to have the right budget. But today, sitting at home, I can do all the jobs that an advertiser does. I can take that first step and go out, and I can do things in ways that almost nobody else has ever done because there are no barriers. I don't need a mass editing setup. I don't need a mass communication setup. I don't need I don't need anything beyond that little laptop that I have, that little laptop that I'm using, and my phone and my geo. And that's why it's so important. And additionally, to enhance this point, there are no gatekeepers. Today, as part of the entire music world, a lot of production houses, a lot of music houses are looking for their next talent on TikTok. They are looking for their next talent on Snapchat. They're looking for their next talent on Instagram. And these are the places that are taking things to the next level. Has everybody over here heard of Justin Bieber? Yes, I'm pretty sure. He's one of the most famous artists in the world. But what you need to understand is he came through the platform called YouTube. And all of that is only because of one reason. The reason is that he is a person who had talent, and he took that next step to build on his talent on a platform. And if you have the drive, all these platforms are willing to give you the opportunity because there are no gatekeepers, because there are no barriers. You are the only thing stopping you from success. And that leads me to the next point, the new learning opportunities. So what are the new learning opportunities? Margaret, ma'am, would you like to take this?
Yes, but I think I've managed to get myself out of the screen.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, okay. No, it's okay now. Sorry about that.
No problem, no problem.
Hold on. Okay. New learning opportunities. Yes, I'm back. The knowledge is out there, but okay, that's where we come in actually as a specialist. A lot of people come and tell us, hey, we can't, why should we come and do a course in a college or through an institute, etc.? We can get everything online. And that's true. I mean, I have learned so much online, it's not funny. But it's like walking through a maze, supermarket. I go to buy sabun. Now, what sabun? If I send my husband to buy sabun, I know what he's going to come up with. Yeah? Which is the cheapest? Which will last us long, etc. Whereas when I go, I look at, or rather, the one who regularly kind of goes. It doesn't matter whether it's the lady of the house or the man of the house. When we go, we make sure that, yeah, it is good on the hands, it's good for the clothes, it works for the machine, etc. So similarly, when we're doing any particular course, it's very important to go to an expert and find out, because the expert's job is curating the show. What they do is they go through the material, they understand what the market needs and make your learning relevant. Also, if you're a talented person, I know lots of people, lots of students who come and then they, are struggling because they don't know where to focus, and that's where we come in. In fact, you have Raymond Vichiza out here, who's the coach. And Raymond is doing exactly that. He's telling you, hey, this is where you're good. Concentrate on that. Get somebody else to the rest. Okay, so we move to the next slide. I'm not going to just talk about obvious things. Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
So,
in social media. Sorry. Okay.
no, go ahead, ma'am.
First one I'm supposed to do or second?
Pardon?
Are you doing the first one?
I'll do the first one. Yes, ma'am. I'll do the first one. So Instagram, one of the biggest platforms out there. Influencer marketing and brand marketing are two of the things that you should consider. When I say influencer marketing on Instagram, I mean, think of Kylie Jenner. Now, she's a person with a huge influence, and she's a person with 1 billion people following her. But don't quote me on that. I don't remember the exact number, but she has a huge following. Now imagine if you as a cosmetics company, if you as a fashion company could go and tell her, please, hey, would you like to show this shirt on your feed? We would love to have you associated with our brand. In a situation like that, she would say yes, and you would actually get a lot of influence coming from the influencer. It's important to understand that. That is how a person with influence can give you value on a platform like Instagram. Secondly, brand marketing. If an influencer or if somebody else has your products in the background, let me say, for example, the Wandering Bean coffee, which is one of my favorite coffees. I keep talking about it a lot. And this brand marketing, what I just did, talks to the world and tells the world that, okay, this brand is prevalent in the background. This brand is there. This brand is something that you would generally subscribe to. This brand is something I generally use on a daily basis. So when you do something like that, your brand comes up. You're exploring what a brand does to a lot of people on a platform like Instagram. Then comes LinkedIn. Ma'am, you are the expert in the business side of it and networking. Would you like to take LinkedIn?
Add a little bit to this. Hello, I'm going to have
Go ahead.
Okay. If you're serious about expanding your business, what you need to do, you have to expand your base, your friend base, okay? So you made a beginning, you've got now 16 people or 17 people who are attending this course, and if they really like you, they're going to expand and tell another 16 people, etc., okay? So what? You do not, okay, fine, so do something home, something very simple for your family. Okay, your experiments, etc., put them on Instagram. You will get your followers. Learn your product is food. What you need to do is food photography. Enroll into a course that food photography involves, teaching how to create great photographs. What background do I use, etc. Increase your follower base and you will increase your business. That's what influencer marketing is all about. Instagram, basically. Instagram is all about that. I would like to talk about my personal experience. My daughter is actually, she does digital ads. She's a director in digital ads. But what she loves, especially now during the lockdown, is she is baking and she's plating and making such beautiful food. So we used to put it up in our personal group. And every time she put it, we would say, okay, now we are not putting our food up because you just make your stuff look so good. In fact, yesterday, she had put roast beef and potatoes. Yes, I can see some mouth watering. And I told her, "Mom, that looks good. What is the recipe? Share with me." And she said, "Mom, that's your recipe." So yeah, so just making something beautiful helps you to increase your influencer base. Okay? And now we talk about LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is all about what you all are. This business is about linking and network marketing. I'm not going to be talking about networking because I saw Sampath's name there and he, believe me, I've attended his sessions. He's amazing at teaching about networking. So we let him do that. And what we're going to talk about is how, like Instagram, how do you increase your visibility on LinkedIn? You saw an interesting article, reproduce it. Share it again. Say, hey, I like this article. I like this particular part about this article. And if it's in your area of expertise, wonderful. Yeah, so I have moved out of HR. But if I find something interesting, I put it up and I said, hey, this is really good. And what happens is I get people who want to be my friend on LinkedIn. connect with me, not friends, connect with me on LinkedIn. And they are from an HR background because I acknowledge that article and they say, okay, this person knows what she's talking about. So similarly, so you can increase your networking over there through LinkedIn. Content marketing, again through LinkedIn, similar concept. Okay? We move to Sean's expertise on YouTube.
Thank you, ma'am. And okay, everybody over here is interested in knowing about YouTube. Everybody has watched YouTube, honestly, and everybody would hope in the future that, okay, maybe I want to become famous on YouTube. How do you do that? They're just two things. The first one is content marketing. The second one is brand marketing, but not the same way as you do it on Instagram. Content marketing on YouTube is all about either a how-to video where you go out and you show the world what you can do and how you do it. And the second one could be you explaining the journey that you've taken to reach there. For instance, if I am making a coffee, what are the steps to make a coffee? But then if I'm talking about the brand style of that, or if I'm talking about the vlogging style of that, you will also have to consider how that happens on a daily basis. That becomes your brand. That becomes your kind of content. And eventually the kind of things that you create out of that, it gives life to YouTube. Because YouTube is an entire content marketing platform. And when you market your content, when you market your brand, when you market your ideology, you build videos around these content, brand, ideology. That is where you not just get, that's where you not just get value, you also give value. Because YouTube is a platform that can take you to altogether different heights. Considering YouTube is the second largest YouTube is the second largest search engine platform in the world, second only to Google. So when you're out on YouTube, take that step, build your content, build what you do, and build how you do it. And then the next thing is podcast. You may be wondering, what are the last two small little icons that you see on the screen? That small little purple and the small little green. Those are podcasting platforms. Now, I have said this in several lectures that audio is the way marketing, advertising, and the media world is going to go in the next decade. And that is very important to understand because children, youngsters, people while they travel today are resorting to listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks rather than just listen to music. Now, when I would sit in a train and travel to college in the good old days, pre-COVID days, what I would do is I would, plug in my headphones and I would listen to audiobooks. I would listen to music. You would hardly see people, reading a newspaper, at least as compared to a decade ago. But in the future, the tables are going to be turning. You will hardly see people listening to, or you will hardly ever get a chance to listen to people to listening to music on the way. They will be listening to audiobooks. They will be educating themselves. They will be going out and taking that next step in leisure marketing, where people will just relax and listen to the content you create. Now, let's talk about anybody who's interested in baking right now, for that matter. You can recite recipes and you can talk about the whole journey of going to the store where you get all your goodies, where you get all the baking ingredients, where you get everything that you require. And that entire process will be considered as leisure education. So that is what the opportunity has to offer us. So now let's go on to the next slide. 7 things to improve your business. So Margaret ma'am, would you like to start with this? Ma'am?
Hold on. Okay, I'm there. Am I loud? Yes.
Yes.
I think this is the most important part of today's webinar because a lot of people are looking at how do I improve my business. So one is we've already done get more followers on Instagram, know the latest web design trends, that is check the web and find out what's happening. Earlier, everything was on a certain way and now new things have come in and things like that. But I want to focus more on this four big types of the things. Yeah, consider the four big types. One is social media marketing, which we have touched upon just now. Then SEO, which is everybody said, when I started teaching at St. Paul's, everybody talked about SEO, and I was wondering what's that? It sounds so search engine. Is that something to do with training? And I realized that no, SEO is literally searching a particular topic and putting it there. Email marketing. I'll give you an example. I think quite a few of you read Bob's Banter. Bob Banter, he, like somebody nice, thinks about his home and things like that. And he approached our social media guy at St. Paul's, Odell, and said that, look, I need to increase my readership. And he said, you got to do email marketing. And then he met us one day at the launch of his book, and he said, oh my God, that boy put me on the right path, and it's a miracle. My thing has been doubled. Pay per click, I think Sean would be able to tell you, but Sean, you have to keep it very brief because we don't have time. Even the SEO, if you add something to it, but like I said, keep it brief and we'll go to the next slide.
Sure. So SEO is all about taking that next step and making your website look a little bit more beautiful. By maybe putting good images, by maybe putting a favicon to your website. Go online, you'll get 100 ways to make your website better looking. Pay-per-click marketing is basically Google marketing. When you take that next step and go online and go and search on Google and you find a little ad, that is pay-per-click marketing. And when you get to Google and when you find your Google ads, it will actually help you get better connections. It will actually help you get better ideas and a whole range of products that's available all for your service. Let's move on to the next thing right now. Point number 4. Build a good online marketing strategy with customer feedback. Margaret ma'am, would you like to take that?
Yeah, so it's very important. Okay, everybody talks now, especially now with the lockdown, where we do not have so much freedom as actually meeting people. We need to get a very good system in place where you get customer relations. You invest in customer relations. And now that you don't have an office, a virtual office, you, your wife, your children of course, a certain age can all become customer service agents because they need to know the product thoroughly. They need to know how to address certain problems with the right language, and give feedback. The most frustrating thing right now is when you complain to a vendor or a supplier, and you say that you give them your problem, and then the person says, "Of course, ma'am, we'll get back to you. We understand. Okay, those are right, very good words, but get back to them. Even if you cannot solve it, get back to them." Yeah. So that is there. Next is the conversion rate rise with a content upgrade. I think Sean has already touched upon the fact that you need to review your content regularly. Yeah, what works today may not work tomorrow. Right now, what is moving is a mask selling. You're selling like hotcakes. Everybody's buying a mask. So the first person who started bringing printed masks and putting it online, well, they started getting sales also. So much of sales. So nobody wants that stupid blue with a white border. It's so boring. Like that. So you see your content has been upgraded. The content not necessarily on what the product is, but not necessarily a new product, but even your existing product, how can you upgrade it? Leverage WhatsApp as part of your marketing strategy. Again, we touched upon it briefly earlier. WhatsApp is amazing. Seriously, I'm a great believer in WhatsApp. And I get people offering me lots of things. What works very often is references. Samson, I think, made my kitchen many, many years ago, and he gave my name as a reference point. So a lot of people would call me, "Kaisa hai uska kaam?" And I would say, "Bahut acha hai." So they believe somebody who's been your product guy. So that WhatsApp can work as a reference point. Never run out of last point is never run out of concept ideas, because you have to constantly create new content to meet the new demand. You cannot leave it that this was so successful. No, my dear, the only constant in the world is change. You know, you have to keep moving. You have to upgrade your content regularly. Okay, next. I think we are done, but I think video on demand versus the classroom. Again, we have touched on it because what is available online is available online. Is that suitable for you? You will not know unless you actually speak to somebody. Even if you go to an, like I'm also shamelessly plugging my institute. But if you come to my institute, even if you're doing a say a 10-month diploma course on advertising, okay? Advertising people come, what do you know about advertising? What do you want to do? And they know only two things, copywriting and client servicing. Yeah? They don't know about myriad other things that are available as options. But we recognize a certain ability. If somebody has the ability to think very, what do you call it? Logical. If the person is a very logical thinker, then we say, why don't you look at planning? Media sales and media planning. Just things like that. So you recognize the talent, you're able to give them, and then you can do that. Yes? And yeah, I think we run out of time, so I don't want to take on more time, but what I can do is my contact details are with Nilesh, so and you can contact Sean through me. Also, you can get in touch with me if you need any clarification about social media, about coming and meeting us, whatever. That's my college classroom. This is the video conferencing room that we have. If you notice that we were prepared for the lockdown well before it was announced. In the sense, our classrooms are like that, very spacious. There is literally a meter between the chairs, so you don't have to worry about, at least we are taking the precautions to take care of you. But do visit us here at Danza. Do a virtual visit right now and do a practical, physical visit later. Thank you so much for your time. Sean, you want to add anything to what I said?
I just want to thank everybody for listening so patiently, and I hope to hear from you soon. Everybody have a good day.
Thank you. Bestie, would you like to take it forward with a few questions?
Yes, so if anyone has questions, you can unmute yourself and ask it. We have anyone who has questions?
I'm all yours.
You can either use the chat box or else you can unmute yourself and ask the questions.
I just want to thank Prakash, Almeida, Veena, Fiona, Sandra, Almeida. Thank you for the appreciation.
Personally, for me, it has been really very, very beneficial because I am coming up with my own immigration company. It's in the beginning stages, and today's session has been very insightful. So even when we give our digital marketing to, an agency to do it, I know I'm more aware now of what I need to look out for. And
yeah. We thought that should be the idea. Even when we are teaching students, we tell them that you will not be doing all of this, but you need to know what it is, so that when you go and hire somebody, you're able to explain exactly what you want.
Yes, exactly. So now I can, ask questions, because many a times asking the right questions are very important.
Absolutely.
Now I know better to ask questions. So that is why it was very, I think, ma'am, today you have opened the mind for us.
Thank you so much.
And you have just opened it for us, and there is a lot for us to dig in and to understand. And we are very happy to have this perfect guidance into what social media marketing is exactly and where we need to start. So, like, I'm also an IELTS trainer, so what kind of videos I could put online, recorded sessions. I've been contemplating on what ideas I need to do and what topics I need to do. So Sean's feedback about how to videos. So
Yeah.
that is really relevant.
Big suggestion from my side is many years ago when I started my business, what I did was I wrote down everything. Believe me, when you write down something, whether it's on the computer or on a notebook, it gives you more clarity. You can minus out all the things which are not necessary and focus on the ones that you really need to focus on. So, yeah.
All right. So, Bestie, before you move ahead with Thanksgiving, we have Professor's friend, Coach Raymond D'Souza here, if he has to say something.
Raymond, sir, please.
I specifically came to hear you, Margaret, and I said, let me get another opportunity to actually see Sean and also this time hear him. So you all did a great job. I have a simple question, which I think a lot of our people here also could benefit. Many of us are good with content, but we may not be that great with technology. And sometimes there's a mental barrier on how to deal with it. What are one or two simple tips which you could give by which we could break this barrier and make friends with technology?
I don't really know okay, so you are creating written content. You're talking about written content, right?
That's right. But we are take for example, how do we take for example LinkedIn? You spoke about content marketing. You spoke about this, but I'm not that active on LinkedIn. What are the simple things if I do that would make a big difference in people getting to know me, and as well as I making a difference to them?
Raymond, that's a private session. I won't charge you. Call me. Okay. No, but as a general idea, first of all, you've got to create a persona on LinkedIn. You've got to be visible there, Unlike Facebook, etc. Facebook is a fun thing and all that. Okay, occasionally you can put stuff. But LinkedIn is comparatively serious. Like, I'll give you an example. I have a student of mine who was a student of mine at SIT, and he started his own focused travel agency called No Footprint. It was like ecologically and very friendly, and he focused on people coming from abroad, etc., and specialized trips to go for a shooting thing, go to Dharavi and meet those guys where they make bags, things like that. Now this lockdown has hit them. So it's him, his partner, and a few employees. Did he sit down and do nothing? No. What he did was he shot a movie, a short film about some of the tours that he did, which were unusual. So the last one that he put on LinkedIn was one about the other gender. That how they had done a specialized tour for the transgender and where they took them and how those guys loved it. Okay, now they put it, I loved it. So I went there and I shared it, and I got people who liked it. So my presence has increased because of him. Plus he's got the appreciation, plus people have got a little more aware of him. So if you want to personally increase your visibility, if you cannot in the beginning create your own create your own content, check what the other content is. Just go on LinkedIn, read. You can start reading. You have a background in HR, so read HR. You have a background in training, so go to training. There are some groups. Get yourself there and make yourself visible. That's the first step. You'll automatically get increased.
Thank you, Bestie. I think.
Thank you, Margaret.
Welcome. But call me, Raymond.
I'll do that, definitely. I needed some excuse.
You don't need that.
Today you have found that wonderful excuse. Yes. And ma'am, we are so happy. Thank you very much, Sean and Margaret ma'am, for explaining in such a precise manner of how we can go ahead and what are the things that we can be aware of when as a business or as a professional we are getting into social media marketing. And participants, we would be posting their details on the WhatsApp group and to you. We'll be sending it to them, to you all, so that if you want to contact them personally, you would be able to. Thank you very much, ma'am, for making this half an hour and 45 minutes, whatever we spent, worth every second. I couldn't find a single minute or a single sentence which we could say that yes, it is not relevant. You have put everything in compact, and we are picking up these pearls, and we have lot of homework to do after this session, to go back and see and to look at our own profiles, our company profiles, our Facebook profiles, to see what we have done so far, where we can improve. So thank you for making this worthwhile and worth every moment. And thank you for the homework that you have given us.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We would love further sessions with you like this.
And I'm definitely going to attend Sampath session.
We hope your speaker gets repaired very soon.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Yeah,
you,
Nilesh sir,
Dr. Sean.
I just want to thank the ma'am. Ma'am, thank you for the wonderful session, beautiful explanation, and really it is a time when we are going to build our brand. Like COVID-19 has thrown us open to the globe, and now we have to build a brand. This is the virtual world right now, and very good topic selected and very nice explanation. Thanks from the bottom of my heart.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you.
High praise indeed.
Thank you. Ma'am, there is a comment for you from our career guru, Prakash Albeda. I sent students to SPICE for various programs and they are very happy.
Yes, I thanked him actually on.
Yeah, you mentioned, but he has just put in the comment.
So, Prakash, there's no picture. I mean, there's just CEO.
Yeah, right. So just to announce about next Friday we will have our 46th monthly meeting. So we'll not have webinar, but we will have our 46th monthly meeting next Friday. That is the 10th of July. The timing will be around 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Hi, Prakash. Yeah, okay.
All right. So, I mean, today is the feast of St. Thomas. Unfortunately, there was no social media when he landed in India. But still, he could make whatever possible for him. And that's where we are here today.
I told you,
All right.
my school, which was the Kamala Convent, was called St. Thomas.
Oh, okay. All right. So we would like to thank you all BCBA members, all guest visitors for joining, the team for making this webinar successful. Thank you very much and good night. We'll be there for next 5 minutes or so for informal chat or meeting.
Okay.
Those who want to stay back can stay back, and those who want to move forward can move ahead.
I think Sean and I will leave. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sean. All right. Thanks, everyone. Nina, there is a registration form which has been corrected. So you can go ahead and register online and make the payments. Good to see you, Raman sir.
Yes.
Yeah, we again meet for 7 o'clock meeting.
Yes. We'll do that. Right. Good, Nilesh. This was done well, bestie. Well organized.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent.
It's wonderful seeing you.
Take care. We'll connect.
Thank you.
Sure, sir. Nina, how was your experience today?
It was good. I liked a lot of things. So I liked how Margaret ma'am kept, so she kept, whatever she gave examples, even while quoting me, it was like something which I learned from. So I was like very happy because she gave me good insights about the food photography, something which I am kind of still trying to work on and work my hands on. So yeah, I liked the entire session. Yeah, so it was good so far. I will contact one of you all, either Betsy or Bestie.
No, I think David will get in touch. David, phone केला तरी चालेल.
Yes.
Number आहे तुझ्याकडे. David is from Nandakhal parish, so he will get in touch.
And
but anyways, we are here. Yeah, bestie.
we have our monthly meeting, Nina.
Next Friday, right?
So every Friday we keep some initiatives. So monthly we get together where all the businessmen come together for networking, where you can meet all the members of BCBA, those whoever is available. And every Friday we have such knowledge initiative sessions. Some some sessions where we call guest speakers who are experts like Margaret in their respective fields. So it is very, very useful for us. We can utilize this time. So please set apart your Fridays, your Friday evenings specifically for this, and it will be very, very beneficial for you. Sandra can share her experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Sandra, for joining
Thanks
regularly.
to you.
Thank you,
Next
Professor
time,
Veena.
next time, most probably my mobile will be there, so I will be inviting more of my friends.
Good.
And, last time I just missed that, but that will be there in on our
it will
channel.
be there.
Yes. We will be recording. We will be posting the recorded versions on our YouTube channel. So if you go and search for Bassein Christian Business Association, you can subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, I'd already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that as well.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Please. Thanks, Colin. Thanks, Professor Veena. Thanks, Daigo.
Bestie ma'am, I'm waiting for your call. Actually, that day you gave me your number on my WhatsApp, and that's not working right now. So again, I'll be waiting. I'll do one thing. Can you give me call on my number?
Yes.
Today?
I will type my number here.
Give me
All
that will be
right.
fine.
Take care, everyone. I'll have to move for some another commitment.
And
Thank you.
Nilisha, thank you once again.
Welcome.
Bye,
Thanks.
guys.
I love the way you start with the program.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good evening, guys. I'll catch up with one of you all.
Yeah.
David will contact